Hello students, how are you all? This is Prashant. I welcome you, and it is morning 3:29 and I'm recording this video for you people. So as I'm doing hard work for you, you have to remain at home and keep on studying. Please make sure that keep in your mind that you have to study. It is your best service for your nation that you have to keep on studying. Okay, so let's begin. So today we are going to talk about the scope variables. Okay, today we are going to talk about the scope variables. So first of all, what is the scope variable? So इसको हम ऐसे भी समझ सकते हैं कि एक वेरिएबल कितनी दूर तक चलेगा या कितनी बार काम करेगा. Okay, we have to think about this, that what is the life cycle of a variable. Let's see with the help of example. I am making a function. As we talked about the function, it is the part 4 of the function. Please make it sure. Okay. Okay, so now I have created the function. The function name is function1, and you can see. So I am declaring a variable x equals to 2, and I am printing this variable here only. So you can see here. Okay, so I'm going to call this function. It is important, otherwise it will not work. Bracket is also important. Function1. So now if I'm going to use this one, so what will happen? It will print 2, x equals to 2. Okay, let's suppose this x I want to print here. The same I'm writing here, x comma x. Okay, so what will happen? It will not print the answer. The reason I will tell you just now. Now you can see here name error. Okay, it will print this x, it will print, but it will not print this x. The reason is because the life of this variable is within this function only. The life of this variable is within this function only. It will not give its value to outside. This is called the scope of variable. In the scope of variable, we have local variables. First, we have local variables. So what are these local variables? Local variables are this x is the local variable, means it will work within this function. ये अपनी locality में ही काम करेगा, इससे बाहर काम नहीं करेगा. Okay, so this concept you must clear. Let's suppose I am giving here x equals to 30. I gave a value x equals to 30. So let's see now it will work or not. And please make it sure, my dear students, you have to remember the name error name. That is name error. Why it is not giving the answer? Due to the name error reason, because in the exam time maybe it can be asked. Okay, so if I declared the x at the top of the value and I'm going to print this one again, so it will give 30 and 2, because here we are going to begin the main. It is the main part. So main will work. First of all, it will come to the 8, then it will call the 9. 9 will print this answer. That's why it is printing 30 and 2. Okay, that's why it is printing 30 and 2. So now if I want to modify this, so one thing is also there. So what is x30 here? X30 is a global variable. The scope of this x is anywhere, wherever you will declare the x, it will go up to there. Okay, if I'm writing some other program or somewhere else I am using again x, so it will easily move that place. Okay, so that means this x is having the scope as a global and this x is having the scope as a local. So I am writing as a comment in front of that so that you can understand it is global and it is local. Okay, my dear students. Okay, now next, let's suppose if I want to use this x here. This x I want to use inside the function. How will I use this? So I cannot use directly. I have a logic to use this one. So let's suppose I'm going to use as a y. I'm going to show you one example. Y equals to 20 and I want to print y. Print y. I'm going to write down inside the function. Inside the function y. Okay, so you can see here y. So let's see what it will give. Okay, I'm going to convert this as a y, and it is also become a y. It becomes y. So first it will give the 30. Okay, so here what you suppose, it will call this one or this one, and after that it will give the 2. So I want to run this program, and it will give 30, 20 and 2. Yeah, it is giving. But what happen if I will modify this value? If I am not going to give this value, I want to call this 30 here and plus 10. What will happen if I want to use this value in this way? So let's see whether it will work or not. It will give the error, unbound local error. You can see here unbound local error because this is not accepting this value. This function is not accepting this value. We have a technique so that we can use it, and the technique name is global y. Call this global y inside. Okay, so this is the method to call the any global value in any function. Okay, so now you can see the difference. It will give a result 30, 40 and 2. I think it is pretty clear to all of you. If you understood, then please pause this video and write down this program in your computer and check it. Okay, now these things are clear for you. We have discussed the local and we have discussed the global also. Okay, now we are going to make another thing. We are going to learn another thing, which is enclose. Okay, enclose. So what is the meaning of enclose? So I'm going to make another program for you. Just bottom here, I'm going to make a function which is outer. Okay, so make it sure that you have to keep your eyes on the screen. I gave a value y equals to, sorry, I'm going to use ABC. A equals to 12. Outer function I created, and I'm going to make another value 13, and I'm defining another function inner, and it contains c equals to 14. So my dear students, now you can see this value, this 12 is global for outer, this B13 is global for inner. Okay, this 12 is global for outer, this B is global for inner, and this C is local for inner. In this term, this B value, if I want to use inner, so this term is known as enclose scope. Okay, this value is known as enclose scope. So let's see what is it. So now if I am going to use this program, if I want to access this program, what will be the output of this program? Let's see. So now you can see here the value is 14, another value is 13, 14 and 13. Let's suppose if I want to use this B value, if I want to modify this B value inside the function print, I'm going to print, let's suppose I want to modify this value B equals to B plus 1. Okay, B plus 13 plus 7, it becomes 20. Okay, so I want to print this B value here, value of B. I want to print this B here with the modification. means it was 13 and I want to add 13 in this, 7 in this, and it becomes 20, and I want to print 20 here, then 14, then this one. So let's see if whether it will work or not. Oh, unbound error. I think it's clear to you. Earlier, just now you have seen that we have used the global keyword here to use the global value, but it is global. Uh, so here A is the global for outer, this B is global for inner. But there is another method to use this value because it is enclosed value for the inner. So how will I will use that? I will write down non-local. Okay, non-local B. So now we can modify this value and we can access this value. Let's run one more time and it will give you the exact output which I expected. Okay, so now you can see this is printing this B value 20, C value, and modified value of this one. Okay, I think it is not needed, so you can remove this one, but it is called just inside this one, it is called outside because it is the main function. So here it is the example of nested of function also. So it is clear, I think so. This value is global, this value is enclosed, and this value is local. So my dear students, just now we have talked about local, global, and enclosed. So now we are going to talk about one more type, which is inbuilt, which is built-in, sorry, which is built-in. So here I'm writing third, and the fourth one is built-in. Okay, so it is the built-in type. So now actually why I'm writing these words, it is rule LEGB. Built-in depends on this. Means when you will run the program, it will first of all it will find out the local values, then it will find out the enclosed values, then it will find out the global values. This built-in will work on this three words leg. Okay, so let's see. If I declared here P equals to 12 and I'm defining a function fun1, okay, and again P equals to 13, again I'm defining function 2, and again I'm defining P equals to 14. Print this P only, print value of P. I'm printing here value of P. So what will happen now if I'm going to call this function 2 also? Okay, so this is the call. Okay, now let's run it. So now you can see the value is 14. You can see the value is 14. First of all, it found its local value. Now what will happen if I will convert this in the comment? Again, run again. It will accepting 13, means my rule is right. First it found local, then enclose. What will happen if I will convert this P in as a comment? Again, I'm running this one. It is printing 12. Absolutely right. It is accepting the global value. So this is the method of built-in type. Okay. So this is the last topic which we are discussing today of function. Oh, one thing is left. The function inside function. It is the nested of function. Function inside function is different. Just now I'm going to finish that one also. Okay. So now you can see here that it is taking the global value. So this is the built-in method. It works on this three: local, enclosed, and global. So I think it is pretty clear for you. So these are the few things that we have discussed. I hope you will create this program. So now we are going to talk about the what is the function inside function. So I have created already this program. So here you can see I have three numbers. I want to calculate the average of these three numbers. I use this function average, and I pass these three values to average, and average is just here. Average accept these three values, but it is only dividing the values, not adding the values. Addition is done by this another function which name is calculate sum. It is your opinion beta that you can keep it up or down. Okay, my dear students, you can keep it up or down. It is your opinion. You can keep average up or this calcu sum down. It is your opinion. Okay, so now you can see here average. So average is accepting all three values and sending to these three values to calculate sum. Calculate sum is exactly adding these three values and returning by the S. And S is accepting by SA. S gave its value to SA. Now SA is divided by 3 and giving to its value to answer, and it is printing the answer here. Okay, so this is the method. So I am going to execute this program. I will show you the output of this. So here is the output. Now 31.33, 30.1.0 is the output of this average. You can use this you will use this in this method also. So my dear student, find out some programs from your book and create this solve the queries. If you have any problem regarding the topic, let me know in the comment section. Please keep on studying.